Hello and welcome to the Wildlife Q&A video for the end of 2018.
A lot of people actually ask if Wildlife will be on PS4 or on Xbox. Here the answer is unfortunately no, as these platforms won't allow any adult content at the moment. So we have to see what the future brings, and we would like to release on all platforms possible. A lot of people actually ask if the game will be on Steam. Here, fortunately, you can say yes, we can. How much will the game be? Clear answer will be we're aiming at a price of $29, and this is the range what you guys can expect once we release the first episode. As we release our game on Steam, we will make sure that every patron of us, or a patron who was actively supporting us and have an average lifetime support of around $30, will get a free Steam key of Wildlife. So don't worry, once we reach this point, we will sort everything out and everyone will be happy.
One other question was if there will be same-sex interactions in the game, and to that we can say a clear yes. We want to include gay and lesbian content to basically target to pretty much everyone as we can. So the question was, what else is there to do in the game besides the sex? And so basically the game right now is supposed to be an action RPG with sex content and also survival elements. It will all play in this big open world that you can explore, and everything else will basically, we will communicate in the future with more, while we work on these features more and more. So another question was, will there be any sort of VR support? For the Wildlife game right now, there is a basic VR support. You can hit the Alt V key and it will switch to your HMD if you have one mounted, and you can basically see the game through your VR glasses. It doesn't have controller support, but
yeah, so basically we have since last year one coder hired. He's a very talented Unreal coder, and his specialty is virtual reality. And yeah, so basically he's looking into the features for Wildlife. On the same time, he's playing around with the VR features, building some on its own. He has some very, very nice results so far, and we decided also to release a small VR spin-off game early next year. We won't go into too much detail here, it will be a little surprise. We also put it on Steam, but yeah, of course, every one of our patrons will get it for free. This is not any focus of us, it's just like our VR guy is doing his magic.
So another question was, what sort of customization will be in Wildlife? The customization will not be like, for example, in Skyrim, but it will be something more that happens inside the game while you play it, where you can change the character hairstyle and hair color. We also want to include changing maybe the eye color or skin tone, plus tattoos or war paints, clothings, and then maybe some basic body proportions, as in bigger hips, smaller hips, stuff like that.
Gaining a few extra kilos from eating too much.
Yeah, something like that. Or extra muscles from doing all the muscle
Yeah,
stuff.
all the muscle stuff. There's a lot of muscle stuff involved.
Yeah. So a bit more information about the sex content of Wildlife. There's a few points that I wanted to add as well, because the questions have been asked about that. So the sex content will not be obligatory. None of the adult content in Wildlife will be forced on the player, and everything you can choose to do or not to do, basically. The other thing is, a question was, how are we going to actually implement the sex content in Wildlife? And there's three aspects I can name. So one, it will be as an additional quest reward. Second, it can be as an optional way to complete a quest. And third would be as the final result of a story, of a mini storyline for NPC relationships, or as the final result of a companion relationship system that we want to implement that will be similar to the one in Mass Effect.
But different. Actually, quite some people were asking us if we want to, or if we're going to implement rape or lolly content, and here we can say a clear no. We are not going to do anything in the direction of lolicon or rape. It could be that a lot of people might be upset, but this is not what we as creators want to show, and we hope everyone understands our decision to not to go into this direction. So we're not planning right now on creating a multiplayer game. We will do a story-based single-player game, and what happens afterwards with Wildlife, once we completed all our goals, is like still an open question. Is this whole world inhabited by women only? Clear answer is no. We have pretty much an equal amount of male characters as well. They're also diverse in unique styles, and maybe right now where I'm talking we show some footage about our male characters, as we put the same love to our male characters as we do for our female characters, and of course for our Kapali, which are our demi-human beast faction. When we actually plan on releasing the game, this question is pretty hard to answer, as we are right now still very small, and what we want to do with the game is still pretty big. This is also why we think about how we will finance a bigger team. Right now and recently we have been very successful on Patreon, which we're super happy about, and also started planning. But we can't give a clear answer yet. Early next year, January, we plan on releasing a roadmap. We hired a project manager, and together with our game design, we have a deeper look into this whole topic, and can give you a little bit more heads up about this early next year, and also what the next hiring process will be like. We're talking to several people. We have our office. Our office has capabilities for 13 people. We are right now 7, and we plan on filling this up as soon as possible next year. And yeah, you will get some more information about this. This is nothing which happens overnight. We will be carefully working on this, and yeah. Some time ago, Stefan and I created Candy Valley Network and started hiring the first people to enhance our team. Everyone here is working as a full-time employee, so we are not a team of freelancers. We're actually a full-fledged company, similar to a corporate in an American form. So this whole journey of Wildlife, of us, Candy Valley Network, is very exciting. We happen to be now a full-fledged company, and the next step is to be a full-fledged LTD/GmbH, and this is a huge thing. So we're taking everything seriously. We have a lot to do with our taxes to make sure the company won't crash anytime soon. We're using all the funds putting into the company as well. We don't take money out. We really want to make this game happening, and there's a lot of things which are still have to happen, and it's looking good that this is going to. And yeah, 2019 will be great. And yeah, of course, thank you very much for your support. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Aber jetzt ein bisschen, weil der Drop.
What sort of specs are required for running Wildlife on the PC? And this is a process that we're still on, basically determining the exact minimum requirements for this. To do this, the community is of big help, because they have like the biggest versatility on the computer specs, and they can test their game on all different sorts of hardware for us. Based on that feedback, be able to give you an exact spec list in the next few months. To think back when we were still really small, and now looking at the attention and the funding that we have today, and the possibility that has been given to us to really make this game happen now, it's really overwhelming. And we want to say thank you a lot to everybody. And yeah, the journey is still on the way. We're still not even halfway there to make this game happen. So there's a long way in front of us, but I think we have the best tools right now to make it happen. So thanks everybody. To continue this process of making frequent Q&A videos like this, we will introduce a so-called questions channel into our Discord, where people will be able to ask all questions they have, no matter what it is. And we will just pick all the questions that we need to reply to, and then put them into a video like this.